the skeletal system.
Can you listen to it?
Group of organs working together make up a body system like the circulatory system that controls the supply of blood in the body. In this chapter, we are going to learn about the skeletal system. Our skeleton. We know that our body has different types of bones in it. The bones together form a framework called the skeleton. The skeleton protects the delicate internal organs such as the brain, the heart, and the lungs. It gives shape to our body. It also allows movement of our body. When we are born, our skeleton has around 350 bones. When we become an adult, our body has around 206 bones. This is because as we grow, some of the bones join together. With the growth of our body, more cells increase in our bones and our bones become longer than earlier. Bones. Bones contain blood vessels and nerves. Bones have an outer layer of hard or compact bones which is very strong, dense and tough, but inside they have a layer of spongy bones which is lighter and slightly flexible. In the middle of some bones is a jelly-like substance called bone marrow. In the bone marrow, the new cells are constantly produced for the blood. If broken, they repair themselves in several weeks. Our skeleton is made up of the skull, the backbone, the rib cage, the two pairs of limbs, and their girdles to which they are attached. The skull. The skull is the bony framework of the head. It protects our sensitive brain. There are spaces in it for our eyes, ears, nose, and mouth. There are 8 bones in our skull that are interlocked with each other and make the protective frame around the brain. There are 14 facial bones which make the upper and lower jaws and other facial structures. The lower jaw bone is the only movable bone in the face. It enables us to talk, eat, etc. The spine or backbone. Our backbone has 33 small bones called vertebrae that form a very strong column known as the vertebral column or the spinal column, spine. The vertebrae can move slightly through the joints, so we can bend or twist our back. There is a hole in each vertebrae through which the delicate spinal cord passes. The spinal cord is protected by the vertebral column. The rib cage. The ribs are thin, flat, curved bones that form a protective cage around the organs on the upper body. There are 24 bones that make 12 pairs of ribs. Our rib cage protects our heart and lungs. The ribs are joined to the backbone at the back. The upper 7 pairs of ribs, called true ribs, are attached to the breastbone in front. The next 3 pairs of ribs, called false ribs, are attached to the lower true ribs in front. The lowest 2 pairs of ribs, called floating ribs, are not connected to any organ in the front. They are smaller than both the true and false ribs. The limbs. Our arms.
Kids, I was thinking of how to say this, but better to copy this part. Why? The numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 true ribs, 7. 3 false ribs and 2 floating ribs. That makes 12. Why is it important? because I am going to consider the 12 vertebrae that are supporting or holding or giving attachment to the ribs. So 12 ribs that we have in each side attached to 12 vertebrae in our backbone. Okay? So please, this part, grab it. It's not that hard. It's like what I need, actually, kids, is for you to have this that I am going to write in the right part. 7 cervical vertebrae, 12 thoracic, thoracic vertebrae. That is what I need. Okay? I'll wait. Ready, kids? Not yet. Okay, I'll wait. Okay, kids. This will be the last part for this session because we have 3 more minutes or 5. So we have a lot of video left. So we will stop here. But the next session we will have the rest of the video. Here is the numbers. The next session will happen on Monday. After that, we will have on Tuesday. And then on Thursday, that's interesting. 1 hour, and then 2. Okay. Hmm. Okay, kids. May I stop sharing? Kids, I have 5 minutes left. My wristwatch is different from the computer's watch clock. But well, it's not enough time. Let us continue a little.
Ribs are not connected to any organ front. They are smaller than both the true and false ribs. The limbs, our arms, are the upper limbs attached to the spine by means of the shoulder girdle made up of the shoulder blades and collar bones. It consists of three parts: the arm, the forearm, and the hand. The arm is the region between the shoulder and elbow. It consists of a single long bone called the humerus. The forearm is the region between the elbow and the wrist. It consists of two long bones connected firmly to the humerus. The hand consists of three parts: wrist, palm, and fingers. The humerus is the longest bone in our upper limb. The lower limbs, legs, are composed of the bones of the thigh, leg, and foot. The thigh is the region between the hip and the knee. It consists of a single bone called the femur or thigh bone. It is the longest, largest, and strongest bone in the body. The leg is the region from the knee to the ankle. It consists of two long bones called the shin bone and the calf bone. Shin bone is longer than the calf bone. These bones are connected to the femur to form the knee joint. The foot contains many small bones. The bones of the lower limbs are the heaviest, largest, and strongest bones in the body. Because they bear the entire weight of the body when a person is standing in an upright position. Joints. We know that many of our bones are joined together. The place where two bones meet is called a joint.
And that joint, kids, is going to have cartilage, the glider or the lighter part, and some tendons and muscles, and ligaments, like rubber bands that we have in the bones. There's 3 more minutes, kids, but I want to share with you instead of the video to ask. I know that this class was different. I stormed you with videos, but I don't know if now the understanding of the systems is better than before. Is it? So it worked. I was reading a book about giving classes and so forth, and our principal, Miss Lu. Do you know her? Have you ever seen her in the paths or something? She's amazing, kid. And she was telling us also about this book, and the book said that why are we going as teachers to struggle against YouTube or TikTok or Instagram or whatever we have instead of using them to teach? Because there's plenty of videos, infographics, and many tutorials that we can use for you to increase the understanding of our subject. Many teachers are complaining, not in the school, but in the world. They are complaining about the fact that you have a lot of information on YouTube and so forth. And I was thinking, like the book, why should I struggle with that, taking that from you instead of using it in your own good? So that's why I am using so many videos and simulators and so forth, because I think that if we have this digital world at our service, we can use it to improve your learning. What do you say, kids? Do you agree? So, kids, please leave this class with one thing in mind, that you're amazing. You're living one of the best moments to be educated, because we have plenty of resources, we have plenty of information, and the opening of more information to come. So please enjoy and have an excellent afternoon, kids. See you on Tuesday, and have an excellent weekend, kids. Love you. Thank you, my kids.